Hello friends and welcome back to our kitchen. So today I thought that we could make some really easy, cozy comfort food. I'm kind of getting in that mood where I'm starting to want like soups and just warm, hearty things. I'm actually very excited for all of the fall foods that are to come. But in the meantime, I just want some like simple weeknight dinners that are cozy, warm, and comforting. So that is what we are doing today. For this first one, my bunkie said he wanted to take the reins. He has this whole recipe in his head he's very excited about.
Yeah, I am, y'all asked for it. I am taking over the reins, as Bunky said, in the kitchen today.
Tell us what you're making.
Well, I'm making one of my, this is actually one of my favorite meals. Like, I really hold it near and dear to my heart. We're making some homemade meatballs with linguine.
This is the ultimate comfort food.
I feel like this is one of those things, like a lot of times when we, like there are some places that we go out to eat and they have, you know, the appetizer, or when you just get like these 2 or 3 like huge meatballs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love it when we get that.
Yeah.
So, I've got all of our little ingredients laid out over here.
You can tell the difference between my bunkie making a recipe and me making a recipe.
Look.
It even has the pre-measured ingredients all laid out for us.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna be, that way you can just grab it, toss it in, you got everything ready. Not to toot my own horn, but I've actually got water pre-boiling over here, and the oven is preheating as well.
Wow. You know, I need to be more like you. Like, this is how you do it, B.
Look, I got the butter laid out, knife ready to slice some butter. We got some oil here, the sauce, noodles, glove, pan.
I'm impressed.
So, for starters, just to give a little description here, we have garlic powder. That is the equivalent of basically crushed red pepper flakes. Black pepper, salt, and then some Italian seasoning. 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs here. We're actually gonna add, now there is one thing that the recipe that I referenced includes in this, which I think would be, it's important.
Yeah.
But we're gonna nix it for you.
What? Onion powder.
Just half of a, like,
Diced onion.
finely chopped onion. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But to get these going, so that's a 1/4 cup panko breadcrumbs. We're gonna add about a tablespoon. I'm actually gonna add about 2 tablespoons of milk because we're losing some of that moisture that the onion was gonna bring.
Okay.
So we're gonna add a little bit extra milk there.
Smart. Now you can use regular breadcrumbs. That's like the traditional. We just had panko, and I was like, you know, I think the texture of the panko will be really good.
Well, I like the fact that they're actually a little bit larger to begin with anyway, because some people will actually just put like cubed bread in their meatballs. So this is going for us right here. We're gonna freshen up this previously eaten egg. Directly into the sink.
Yes.
Not a move that you usually make.
No.
But that's okay. We all love you anyway.
That's so sweet.
And then we got our egg in there. We're gonna put our panko breadcrumbs in. I'm gonna just give that a nice little like fluff in here. The star of the show.
Yes.
The ground beef.
Now, since Bunky has the raw meat hands, I'm gonna help him out. So I'm gonna add in all of his seasonings.
Give those a nice,
Nice little stir
that
as I
looks
go.
beautiful once they all mix together a little bit.
Yeah, and then Parmesan.
Now sprinkle that nice and, yes, there we go.
Is that everything?
That's it. Now we just get in here and we're gonna just kind of gently start with a nice little toss of all this together. You know, can I tell you something, Mom?
Tell me.
I have highly considered starting to be, use like kitchen gloves.
Yeah.
So I have like gloves on when I'm like touching and mixing stuff. Now, the question here, actually, will you go ahead and do something else? No, never mind. How many meatballs do you want to form?
I feel like, okay, there is a restaurant that we love to go to in North Merle called Martini's, and they have these massive meatballs that Bunky loves.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is what you're kind of basing off of.
They probably start out literally like, this is what that's way too big, but this is like how big theirs probably start out.
Oh yeah.
And then they cook down, and they're a little bit smaller than that by the time they're ready. But that's bigger than we're going for.
I say we do like 6 meatballs.
Okay, let me see what I can get here for us. Extra virgin olive oil.
Okay. We're adding butter in here as well. So you want a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter, right? He says that this is 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't believe him. To me, that is literally less than 1 tablespoon.
It was a generous. Oh, you don't think that was even 2?
No.
Oh, I thought it was a little bit more than 2.
Y'all, if you have been here since the beginning, you know that my Bunky has the hardest time with measurements. They're never, like, accurate.
Oh. You hear that?
Yes.
Going on here. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. You see that?
Yes. That is the crustification we are looking for.
Stop it. It smells so good too.
First of all, we're having snacks.
First, I'm going to sample. So, in the cooking process, you're probably gonna get a few little crumblies that fall off of there.
Y'all, we just like sampled them. That seasoning and that meat mixture is so good.
It really is. I'm actually a little bit impressed with
I'm impressed with your selfie.
So, these are basically, it's probably been like, what, 8-ish minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, put them in here, kind of sear them, turn them a little bit, get all sides cooking and going. Now, we're gonna finish these in the oven. And one of my favorite things about a tomato sauce is when it's been like heated and baked and just becomes lovely and warm, you know?
And Bunky said, since these things are just kind of like sitting in this browned butter goodness, he's like, I'm not even draining that off.
I mean, that's just olive oil and butter and then, you know, some of the rendered fat from those meatballs, which I think is just gonna
adds so much flavor.
Oh my gosh. So we're gonna take this whole jar of sauce and we're just going straight in here.
Wow.
We're gonna cover those up.
I mean, this is insane.
Keep them a little bit moist and tender while they're in the oven.
Okay, before we get these out of the oven, we'll pull them out. I want to put some more Parmesan. Oh my gosh, yes. Is mozzarella?
Do you see how good this is?
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
The amount of excitement that I have is insane.
So cut the heat. We got that oven going already. And then I'm going, we went directly into the center rack there. Boom.
Done.
Now all we have to do is be patient for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Now while those are in the oven, I do want to take a moment and thank ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. You guys have heard us talk about and rave about ButcherBox for years because we truly love it. And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I get tired of going into the grocery store specifically looking for like a certain type of meat and either I can't find it, it looks terrible, or it's outrageously expensive. And that is why I love ButcherBox. I know that I am getting the highest quality of meat. The price is absolutely incredible for the entire box that you are getting. I'm going to tell you what it breaks down into, and I love that there's 2 different box options that you can choose from. So if you do not know about ButcherBox, they source from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards of quality. I love that I can change my box options, the frequency in which it comes. I love that it is delivered straight to my door. It is free shipping. Like, it could not be more convenient. ButcherBox uses 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork-raised, crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. So like I said, there are 2 different box options to choose from. With the custom plan, you can choose specific cuts from any type of meat, including seafood, and there are 2 sizes available, and each with 20% more meat than the curated plan. You're gonna get about 9 to 14 pounds of high-quality meat. Free shipping, like I said, you can cancel anytime. And with the curated plan, you're gonna get about 8.5 to 11 pounds of high quality meat. And then you can still choose your meat types, and then ButcherBox will pick the specific cuts for you. The custom classic box is $169 per box, and that equals out to about 30 meals. The curated classic box is $146 per box, and that equals about 24 meals. So if you take how much the custom box is divided by 30 meals, that comes out to just a little over $5 per meal. You cannot beat that. That is like half of what it is in a normal grocery store, and the quality is so much better. You can literally taste the difference. Now, if you have ever wanted to try ButcherBox, I am telling you, now is the time. I feel like I got us the best deal ever. Like, I'm so excited for this one. For all new members, if you go on there and click that link in my description box, you are going to get 4 6-ounce grass-fed, grass-finished top sirloin steaks in every box for a year. That's over like a $324 value. Y'all, it is an amazing deal, an amazing value. You are going to love ButcherBox, so be sure you head on there and click that link.
If I didn't know any better, I would say that there's like tears in your eyes.
Yeah, there's a twinkle, is there not?
There's a twinkle.
But I am so excited about this because, like, I'm just kind of proud of myself because I kind of just really made this on my own. You know what I mean?
Bunky,
like,
I know I am, and I think everyone watching, we're all proud of you.
Thank you.
I think this is going to be amazing. You have done so good. Like, I love whenever you take over.
I know, right? This is so fun. But these meatballs, my friends, are out of control.
B, they look so incredibly delicious.
Oh, and I got more. I got more surprises.
Oh my goodness.
I know, this is getting out of hand. So, I'm going to take some of our, and do you see how we got like the little bit of oil, the edginess over here?
Yes. Oh, that's all the good stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna take some of this.
Wow. I like your style.
Because we gotta get that pasta nice and, you know, a little bit of a coating on it.
Yeah.
I do go with Bunky's favorite vessel.
It's my favorite.
The flat bowl.
The wide bowl. There is nothing better than that bowl. This is the death to Bunky because he cannot stand how they fit in the dishwasher.
That's the only thing I don't like about him is the amount of valuable dishwasher space they take up because of like the way they sit and lay and stuff. But
it's the best way to eat anything, if you ask me.
We're gonna get a big ol' whopping, the whole shebang apparently. Yeah. Okay, well we need to work on our pasta twist.
It's okay. It's still gonna be lovely.
All right, well we're just gonna get some pasta out.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be bashful about it. So the only thing that I wish that we would have been able to do with this is actually if we had had some fresh basil leaves.
Oh yeah.
I would have, like when the meatballs were done cooking before I added the sauce, like thrown in 5 or 6 fresh basil leaves and then dumped my jar of sauce in there.
So good.
They would have been submerged and just permeating throughout. Anyway, are you
I'm
ready
so
for
excited.
This? Watch this.
Wow.
That. And that is tender.
Oh my goodness, that looks amazing, Bunky.
It is. Those things are so tender.
The smile on your face is like making my heart melt.
This is like, so like a lot of times people, you know, which I get it for the convenience of, you know, you just make like the spaghetti and meat sauce. But if you just want to take it just slightly to the next level.
And it was so easy.
It really was. Like, I mean, this was actually so much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, no trouble at all.
Look at that bite. Perfection.
Bunky. I feel like I'm at a 5-star Italian restaurant right now.
You outdid yourself, Bunky.
I outdid myself. Oh my gosh.
I'm so proud of you.
Those meatballs are delicious.
Y'all, this is a Mr. Bunky special that you have to try.
I'm not just saying this because it's my Bunky. These are some of the best meatballs I've ever had.
Thank you, boo.
They are scrumptious, y'all. Those meatballs are incredible. Y'all are gonna love them. So I will have this recipe linked down below. Now here are 2 more of some of our favorite comfort meals of all time, so enjoy. Dinner. So we are making her cheeseburger casserole, and the way she described this was if macaroni and cheese and hamburger helper had a baby, and I was like, that is my love language. I'm excited about it. Now I've already got a pot of water going back here, so I'm just bringing that to a boil, and then we're gonna get our oven up to like 425, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it preheated. And then I'm gonna use my Dutch oven to make this because we're gonna actually like brown the meat in here and make our cheese sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it on, and we'll get our ground beef cooking. Well, I just tore our pantry apart because we have never not had elbow noodles in this house, so I didn't even think to look because we have never run out. But apparently today was the day whenever I need them to make this. So when we say like hamburger helper-esque,
Yes.
just a little bit like hamburger helper, a little bit like the Bunkies. So I have some of this pasta that looks like little tiny lasagna noodles, so I'm gonna use that, and then if it's not enough, I'll add a little bit of this in there. So we're just going with it. Use whatever pasta you want. So now that our ground beef is all the way cooked through, I'm going to take like a slotted spoon, try and get off as much of that grease as I can, and then just get my ground beef out and set it aside. To what grease I have left in there, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and we'll let that kind of just like melt down. And I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of flour in here. Bunny's grating cheese and Daisy's over here howling. But now that I got that flour in here, I'm just going to let it cook for like a minute or 2 to kind of cook that flour taste out of there. Tell us, you want some cheese? She says, Dad, please give me some cheese.
Want a piece of cheese, Dace?
Look, it's right there.
To your left, to your left.
Right there.
Oh goodness, she's
getting old. Okay, so now we're going to whisk in about 3 cups of milk. Now we are starting to thicken up, so I turned my heat back down a little bit. I'm gonna add in some ground mustard. I've seen Pioneer Woman make macaroni and cheese a few times, and I feel like this is totally her roux or her like cheese sauce that she always does. But you're also gonna add in a couple splashes of Worcestershire sauce. And then the recipe doesn't say this, but I'm adding in a couple dashes of hot sauce because that's just what we do in the Bunky household. And then you're gonna add in like your favorite all-purpose or like grilling seasoning. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this Kinder's Butcher's all-purpose and then a little bit of the Holy Voodoo because the Holy Voodoo has like a tiny bit of heat in there, so I think that'll be really good.
This is the last little spot.
Okay. I just took this off the heat for a few minutes because I feel like it was getting like super hot before I get the rest of the ingredients in there. So now that we've got like our seasonings, I'm gonna add in about 2 cups of cheese. And I'm just using what we have on hand. So I have a little bit of sharp cheddar that I had shredded earlier. And then I'm gonna do some Colby Jack. I feel like pepper jack would be in here if you wanna give it even more spice, or like a Monterey Jack would also be good. But you can add in kind of whatever cheeses you want. We'll let these melt down in there.
Wow.
That looks good, doesn't it?
That does. Give me a straw.
First of all, I gotta taste this. I need to know like what we're working with here.
Dunkaroo.
The Worcestershire gives it like a little bit of that depth, but then the seasonings give it like all that flavor. That's a good cheese sauce right there. Now, it is like so simple from here. All we do is add back in our ground beef. We're gonna add in our noodles. Mix this all together, and they're gonna pop this in our casserole dish. Dude,
things are gonna come together.
Dude, I could just eat this though. Like, I don't even have to bake it. That's just like a macaroni and cheese dish. Listen, we know that you've been working hard, and we don't care what your hair looks like.
Okay.
Anyway, it looks a little crazy right now though.
That was the point. Can we turn it into a...
I've never seen you with like a mohawk. Wow. Almost. Anyway, my bunky's been working. I've been over here by myself, and I have to say, I just really miss it when you're not in the kitchen with me. Okay, but anyway, before I get everything into our casserole dish, I'm gonna make our topping because yes, we have this amazingness going on top. So I have some panko, and then to that, I'm gonna add some sesame seeds. I'm gonna put some of the blend in here. So salt, pepper, garlic. Then last but not least,
this is where I come into play, people. You see?
Some melted butter.
Now you go ahead and start stirring that.
Oh, okay. I'll stir and you don't.
Slow incorporation here.
Okay. Now this is also where you come into play. Well, I cannot take you seriously with this hair.
I just snuck a bite of this.
It's good, isn't it?
It is very, very good.
Yes. Okay, bring that over here while you're over there, you know, getting a snack.
Now you're gonna have to do the spoon transfer because this is heavy.
Okay.
My arms are tired from so many brush strokes
I feel like
today.
tomorrow you are going to be so sore. You should have a little bit of cheese left over that we're gonna just add right here on top. I really didn't save too much.
Nah, that's the perfect amount in my opinion.
You wanna add a little bit more or no?
No, that's good.
Oh my gosh, you're
I
so
feel like
funny.
it's already very cheesy.
Yeah, it is.
I like the rustic appeal of this.
Oh yeah, it is kind of rustic.
Yeah. I almost prefer those noodles over the macaroni noodles.
Really?
Not kidding. Yeah.
Well, they're very pretty noodles. But you know, I only ever find them at Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, just sprinkle your panko right on top.
Now, how long is this going in the oven for?
Only like 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
So very fast.
I'm gonna try and go clean up.
Now that's a fresh, handsome looking man. Woo, we bunky.
This is me, y'all. It was me before too, but.
Wow, you look good. We took a shower while this was cooking. Okay, this has been in there for 20 minutes. How's it looking?
Oh, it looks good.
Oh yeah. That top got like a little bit brown.
Well, I hear the crunch.
I don't want to say the topping is my favorite part, but the topping is crucial because like you heard, it is crunchy and the sesame seed in there like gives it a really nice flavor as well. But then it's like so creamy, and I think the thing that I like so much about this is for some reason when I think of casserole, a lot of times it's like chicken, you know?
Yeah.
And so the fact that this is like ground beef, I don't know, for some reason it's like...
It's a nice change up.
Yeah, it's like playing with my mind. But I love the ground beef in there. It's very hearty, warm, cozy, comfort. But wow, like...
That was well said.
Thank you. But the cheese sauce has just really good depth to it and really good flavor. I could have put even a little bit more heat in there if you ask me, you know.
Personal preference.
Personal preference here.
I mean, this is just delicious. Like,
it's so good.
it's hard to like, I don't know how else to, the elevated, grown-up, adult, sophisticated version of Hamburger Helper.
Agreed. Yes,
like,
totally.
It is good.
Okay, it is dinner time and we are going to make a one-pot cheesy fiesta chicken recipe that's going to be so good and like packed full of flavor, but again, one of those easy weeknight recipes. So Bunky doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to put him to work.
Oh boy.
We're going to go ahead and dice up our chicken breast into like 1-inch little pieces. If you want to use chicken tenderloins, you can. We just have chicken breast in the fridge. That's what we're going to use. Okay, so while Bunky finishes that, I'm going to go ahead and get our, did we figure out this is called a brazier? I'm using my brazier tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get it on. And we'll add just a little bit of oil to the bottom of it. So Bunky's just gonna dump my chicken on in here, and then I'm just gonna cook this until it has like some nice color on it and it's cooked all the way through. Y'all know me, I cannot let something cook without seasoning it a little bit, so I'm gonna add some of the blend to this while it cooks. We are getting some good color on this chicken. I think it's time to start adding in our other ingredients. I'm gonna try not to spill this can of beans while I tell y'all this, but when I saw this recipe, it called for ranch style beans, and I was like, I don't know that I've ever heard of that. And so I Googled it, and it like explained what they were, but I checked like our food line and I could not find them, and lo and behold, I was in Walmart and they had them. So if you're looking for ranch style beans for this recipe, try Walmart. You're just gonna dump this entire can in, liquid and all. And then you're going to take a can of like fire roasted corn, southwestern corn, whatever you have in the pantry. I did drain this, but then add that in. And then a little can of the chopped green chilies. I'm telling y'all, this is going to have like the best flavor.
Oh, those things right there are just
I know.
Little flavor punch.
Okay, give this a good mix.
Nice variation of colors in there.
I know. I gotta try one of these beans.
What are you thinking? You know what's cracking me up?
What?
Just real quick. When I kept on hearing ranch style beans, I was thinking of like ranch
dressing?
Yeah.
No, not at all. They're like a southwestern bean, and they have like a lot of spices to them, and they are delicious.
It's like you're on the ranch.
Like I kind of just want to like have those as a side dish sometime.
Oh my goodness. You know what?
What?
I bet some ranch style beans.
Because they're pinto beans, but with like all the seasonings and spices, and y'all know I love pinto beans. So like instead of eating baked beans sometime as a side, you can just have ranch style beans.
I'm thinking hot dogs and ranch style beans.
Yes.
With some coleslaw.
So good. Now our next ingredient is gonna be a bag of like this chicken flavor rice. I love, you can say this Knorr?
Knorr.
Yeah, I love the Knorr brand.
Don't knock Knorr.
That's right. So just add that right on in.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
You can't really see it, but that also has a lot of little
seasonings.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 2 cups of water.
I'm trusting you that the amount of rice we just put in here is going to puff up and like, you know, blend in with all that.
Listen, I followed the recipe, okay? Now.
Man, this looks really good.
Bunky, it's gonna be amazing. Now, to even give it more flavor, you're gonna add a little bit of taco seasoning, or like me, I have in my pantry this chicken taco seasoning, and I was like, you know what? Since we're making a chicken fiesta dish, I feel like the chicken taco would be even better. So regular taco seasoning or this one if you have it. And I don't think I'm gonna add in this whole packet because there's already a lot of flavor in there. I'm just gonna do like half of it. Well, I basically did the whole thing. Let's just put it all in there.
Measure with your heart.
That's right. Okay, give this another stir, and then we're gonna bring this to like a boil, simmer, and then we're gonna pop a lid on, turn on the heat, and let this cook. I'm turning my heat down, and then this is going to cook for like 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll check and see the situation. You do the honors.
The big reveal.
Yeah, it's been 8 minutes. Oh, y'all seemed out. Sorry, hang on.
When I took that lid off,
yeah.
The smells.
I know.
The smells, y'all. It is, I mean, I can't even describe my level of excitement.
Bunky is like beside himself. He keeps saying like, I cannot get over this. It is just gonna be so delicious. Okay, now we're not done. So I'm gonna give it a stir and kind of try and get the rest of that liquid out of there. Oh my gosh. And there's like some of that stuff on the bottom. I just want to like scrape up and get all in there.
Texture.
Yes. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay, I'm gonna let this cook uncover for just a minute before I add in our next ingredient. So I'm gonna use like some taco style cheese if you just have like cheddar, Colby Jack, whatever cheese you wanna add in there. And I'm just gonna do like 2 big handfuls. Actually, I'm gonna do 1, stir it in, and then do like 1 on top. Okay, but we're not done. Okay, now this is where we're getting crazy, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit of sour cream to this bowl. And then, to the sour cream, we are gonna take some pickled jalapeno slice juice, add it to it so it thins it out a little bit, and we're gonna drizzle jalapeno sour cream on top. Y'all, tell me this is not crazy.
I mean, it just continues. It's getting better and better with every passing moment.
Are y'all as beside yourselves as we are, okay? I don't think I'm putting the 5-minute rule on this one, Lucky. I'm ready to dig in.
We've waited long enough.
Yeah.
Delicious. I love the little corn. It's kind of giving it this little pop. Mm-hmm. The rice is just so like perfectly tender. The sauce, I'll call it a sauce.
Yeah.
Just the magic that this is all floating in.
Let me tell you my 2 favorite parts. I love the ranch style beans. And I love the jalapeno sour cream. That to me, that creamy, a little bit cool with like how warm it is. And then the cheesy, oh my word.
Another thing too is like, I was kind of concerned about the chicken, you know?
Yeah.
It stayed so tender.
It's so tender.
And just cooked perfectly. Just got into some cheesy joy there.
See, I feel like every bite I take, I get like a little something different in it.
Yeah.
And it's just like it all works together so well.
Yeah. You know what I thought about doing with this too?
What?
Is laying it on top of just a thin layer of tortilla chips. Because those are kind of going to absorb a little bit.
And I'm gonna make nachos out of this.
It would be like just a little bit of tortilla chips.
Wow. This is delicious. All right, that is gonna do it for this video. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check out ButcherBox down below. Such an incredible deal for you. Also, I'll have all of these recipes down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Give this one a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.